Go back out to Telemundo Chicago's Benjamin Zamora. Ben?
Thank you, Carol. This question involves immigrants already living here and Chicago's status as a sanctuary city. What actions will you take if the Trump administration actually does take away funds from sanctuary cities? Ms. Preckw, let's begin with you.
Well, I think it's interesting to note that she accepted today the endorsement from Alderman Sposato and Alderman Napolitano.
My goodness.
Both of whom are Trump supporters.
Hold on.
Both of whom are Trump supporters, and both of whom voted against giving legal aid to immigrants in the city of Chicago, to having a legal aid program for the city of Chicago. Sposato and Napolitano are both Trump supporters, and actually Sposato left the Progressive Caucus because Chicago is a welcoming city.
Ms. Lightfoot, your response.
I think it's just a second. Let me finish. It's really important.
No. You're
really
spewing.
Important. No, let me finish.
Fine.
It's really
I'm
important.
going to let you lie, and then I'll respond.
You know, I'm not accusing you of lying.
No, you are lying.
I think you're.
There's no lie that you clearly will not tell. It is sad and
pathetic. Really
Can I just call a timeout and just say, let's just take it one at a time. Ms. Lightfoot and then Ms. Preckw. Ms. Lightfoot.
I've got to correct that. It is amazing to me that instead of talking about the issues that are important to people, instead of addressing the challenges that we have as a city, what you clearly are determined to do from day one of the election and every day since is to tell lie after lie. I've seen a lot of craven things happen in politics, but man, you are shameful.
Ms. Preckw.
And let me just address the specific. There was no endorsement today. Nick Sposato and Napolitano showed up when I was endorsed by the Firefighters Union, which I welcome that endorsement. They are apparently both members of that. But if you check our records and our values, I've been highly critical of both of those aldermen.
Ms. Preckw?
You know, when someone stands with you, it's hard not to take that as an endorsement. And
let
me just say, you know, in public life, we often disagree. We often disagree. But I don't call the people with whom I disagree liars. And I think it's really disrespectful. It's really disrespectful, and it's hard to be an effective leader if you're going to engage in name-calling. And this is the person who not only just engages in name-calling here, but at another point in time called me a cockroach. I mean, I don't know how you can be an effective leader if you believe that people who disagree with you or express opposing views should be subject to name-calling.
So let me come back. Let me come back to the point about sanctuary cities. It's about taking something that's not even remotely accurate.
Let me finish about sanctuary cities. You know, look, I'm very proud of the fact that Cook County decided that it would not cooperate with ICE, with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. We said, you know, look, if somebody's detained in the jail, we're not going to hold them for ICE detainers. We're going to let them go in the same way we would let a person who had citizenship or had documents. And we took that step early on in my administration, and we need to close the loopholes in the city's sanctuary ordinance, which enable our Chicago Police Department to cooperate with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So I'm prepared to say that we need to amend our welcoming city ordinance so that the Chicago Police Department doesn't cooperate with them. Because,
okay, Ms. Lightfoot,
because if the police are seen as enforcers of immigration, no one will cooperate with them, and we won't solve crimes.
Ms. Lightfoot, a response on sanctuary cities from you.
Thank you. We cannot be in a city where we're cooperating with ICE, an organization that has been highly politicized by the current administration. I've said that we need to eliminate the exemptions to sanctuary city. Our police department cannot be cooperating with ICE, but I'll go further in two different ways. One, if I'm elected mayor, then one of the first things that I'm going to do is make a priority to sit with ICE, to sit with the U.S. Attorney's Office, and frankly define the rules of engagement in our city. We cannot have ICE surveilling our parents, arresting them in front of their children, and frankly terrorizing our communities.